Salutations, Queen of Shade here. Guess what day it is? It's my 40th birthday, and I am so excited to finally be here at 40. I can truly thank a lot of people that have helped me to become who I am, but my number one person would be God. God made me to be who I am. He fashioned me, and for 40 years, He put me through the fires of hell, to learn and become strong, and to finally eventually become a flame myself as a phoenix. These are my birthday highlights. This is a virtual celebration that is about to happen, and you're going to see the highlights of that celebration. But I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting me. No, this isn't a filter. These are balloons. I put them on the wall, me and my grandmother. But I just want to say that I love you. I love you and I appreciate you. And thank you for always celebrating me as your queen of shade. All right, I'm going to go now. Mwah.
Let me tell you something. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too.
There we go. Now we're in progress. So when they come in, when they join, we'll be all right. We okay now. Now, what was you saying, baby?
No, I was saying I understand to look fabulous, it takes time.
Oh, no. You know what it was? This I can do. Like this, I do this every day. This goddamn balloon. My grandmother and I, we blew up all of these balloons for this wall.
She did?
75 people down there blowing up balloons. Yup, the balloon.
Oh my God, bless her heart.
Look, let me tell you, the balloon wall was the thing that took all day.
I believe it.
Had to go back to the store once. Had to go back to the store once for balloons. It was more balloons. It was, but look at this. I got these gourmet cupcakes. Look at this. I came prepared. I got these gourmet cupcakes.
Oh my goodness. Look at you. Yes.
You don't turn 40 every day. So this
No, you don't.
No, so they're little cake balls on the outside of the icing, and you can't see
really?
it. You can't see it. It's actually pink. It's not that white. So I don't know why.
Oh, I see the little pearls.
Yeah, they're strawberry. It's like they're pearls of cake. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. We just gotta wait for everybody.
Wow, okay.
They late to the party. They late to the party. Actually, I started.
Yes,
early.
they are. They are.
What you say? I actually started early.
But that's good. I thought I was going to be late because I'm in Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I kept watching the time.
Here we come. Here we go. Yeah, but right on time. It's gonna fill up. This whole thing gonna fill up because people are coming. I can't see you. Get your ass in this camera. Oh, look, he left. He'll come back.
Trying to hide.
Yeah, he'll come back. I said, I can't see you if I gotta show this 40-year-old body. They gotta show this.
Yes. But you are looking fabulous.
Thank you. You know, I did a little video before. I did a little video before this, and I said, there are a lot of people in my life that helped me to become who I am and help me get to where I am. But the number one person or being that helped me was God. It was God all the way. Sometimes, and I said in the clip, sometimes it was without my knowledge. I wasn't always privy to the master plan and the divine plan of what was going on. I just kind of had to trust, and that was very hard to do because I'm one of the most mistrusting people, honey. If I feel your energy, no. So my
I know that's right.
I'm like, and that really is true that we see brothers and sisters every single day, but God, you don't see. It's much harder to trust someone you don't see. It is.
Yeah.
I've learned that over 40 years. It's real hard to trust somebody telling you I got your back and I got the ideas for you, and you can't see them every day. You don't know what they're up to. You don't know what contracts they're making on you. We see everybody else do this.
Right.
But we don't see the contracts he makes on us. And it just, I just really, I wouldn't be here without God because 20 years ago, I was in shambles. 20 years ago, I was in shambles.
Yeah.
I was in the throes of mental illness. It just was it just was so crazy. Here he comes. Oh wow, this is somebody else.
Yeah.
This is Brandon. Yeah, here we go. More people coming. Yeah, but
All right.
20 years ago, it was just so crazy. And
Yeah.
now it's like, look at me. And I'm looking in the camera like, who is this? Who is this? You know?
That's how it works. That's how
Yes.
it works. When you
Yes.
fight and you fight and you fight, he doesn't let us go. He holds on. He
Right.
holds on.
But you
Yeah.
said the key word. You see the key word. I said it to my grandmother today. I said, you're 75 years old and you fight and you fight and you fight. I said, and you pass that to me. You fight and you fight and you fight. I fight and I fight and I fight. Come on, Brandon. Come on in here now. I'd have let you in twice. Come on,
Yes.
Brandon. But I fight. I'm a fighter. That's what I am. That's how I got here. Every single day, I got people that have tried to do the most horrific things to my career. I fight. I will outwit. I will outdo. I will outsmart. I will outlive. I will outbeat more than those people could ever imagine. So, Brandon.
Oh, yes. I watched your journey, so I know.
I know. And you know, it's so crazy because the journey started even before I came to social media as the queen of shade. Like, it was so years ago. Like, it was so long ago. And, you know, and that's why I talk about it the way that I do, because people are not acquainted with that. People like to look at you at the finished end and say, oh, you're so fabulous. It's like, no, honey, I started in the projects. I slept on the floor from seventh grade. I slept on the floor from 7th grade to 12th grade just to get an education in the suburbs. In a 2-bedroom apartment with 8 people. Just to get the opportunity to get into a school that would get me into college. And it did. 4 colleges accepted me.
Look at that.
And even that was a fit, because I bombed the SATs. I have test anxiety. I don't like to be tested. So God telling you, you know, I'm gonna put you through your whole life with tests, and I got test anxiety.
Right.
That's a problem. But yeah, I bombed the SATs, had a huge breakdown in the middle of the test, had to leave. I think I got like a 700 or a 790 on that test. Do you know, based on my grades and my essay, all 4 of those schools accepted me, and I didn't have to take remedial courses.
Look at God. God
has always been there for me. And only to get into my 2nd year, and I was running, trying to stay away from home because there wasn't nothing at home for me, and then be diagnosed by bipolar, PTSD, acute anxiety. The bottom fell out. And the next thing I know, I look up and I'm back in the house sleeping on the floor where I tried to leave. I'm like, oh my God, I cried for 7 months. And you know who wiped my tears for 7 months? My grandmother.
See there? And she's still there.
That was in 2002. And she told me, baby, you're going to be all right. And that was after that's after she had put out a whole bunch of thousands of dollars so that I didn't go to jail for 12 years.
Come on now.
Because in my manic episode, I went into a store and I wrote a bad check. Actually, I wrote many bad checks. And I was in this conservative, racist town as this Black boy in college, and they wanted to throw the book at me. They wanted to give me 12 years. Ooh. And my grandmother said, oh, no, you're not. You're not going to ruin his life.
Right.
You're not going to ruin his life. And she paid me thousands of dollars. My grandmother has always been my benefactor.
Yeah.
Always been just her. Growing up without a mother or father, it's always been just her. She came to my rescue then, paid that money, I came home. And then it was just like, it didn't stop there. Then I was put out because I came out as being gay. Like, it just was, my life is a book. It's a book, and I have to write it. But I don't have the time to write it right now.
Really?
I don't have the time to write it right now. I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. Like, you know, I hear people say, oh God, the Queen of Shade, she do too much. No, she is. She doing too much. She doing too much.
But you know what? It's your time. It's your time. It's your time.
Can you hear me, Brandon?
I can. Happy birthday.
Hi, Brandon.
That my grandmother and I did.
Hi.
Welcome. We gotta wait for everybody to get here. There's a whole lot of people that said they was coming, so I just started recording because this is what they gonna get. I came ready. I told her, I'm ready. I came ready to the party. I'm not one of the fashionably late people. If the party is in my honor, I'm gonna be there sitting on stage looking at y'all like, what took y'all so long?
with Dolly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be that way in my concerts. Overseas.
Okay.
Oh yes. I'm gonna be sitting. I want to sit on stage in the dark and watch the audience come in not knowing that I'm there. That's my
That
thing.
would be wonderful.
That's my thing. It's just always
Yeah.
been who I am. I want to sit there because they waited on me. So I want to sit there and let them know that I'm gonna wait on you. And I want to watch the first person. I want to watch as it fills up and literally just be sitting on stage the whole time. I don't need no grand entrance. I am a grand
Right. There you go.
I am a grand entrance. I walk with a grand entrance. I don't need a grand
Yes.
entrance. I'll sit there and then when I'm ready, they'll put the spotlight on. I say, oh, how y'all doing? I was waiting on y'all. Y'all comfortable now? Y'all in y'all seats? You got everything you need? Got your cell phones ready? Yeah.
So,
Now
Yes,
let's go
that
out.
would be unique. It would.
Yes,
Mhm.
I can't believe, like I was telling her, Brandon, that I just can't believe I'm 40 years old today.
yeah.
I can't believe. And
Yeah.
I'm still dodging bullets. Look, I got out of that relationship so fast. God said,
It
look
wasn't-
in now.
it wasn't
God
supposed to
said,
make
no,
it
no,
to the
no,
next
baby. We got to keep you on target.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it wasn't
He said,
supposed
we
to
got
make
to
it
keep you on target. He said, because this ain't you. This is me. My name is on
Right.
this. You're not going to embarrass me. I'm looking like, God, I don't want to embarrass you. He said, you're not going to embarrass me. Not, I don't want to. You're not going to embarrass me.
It's not
All
gonna
this
happen.
work you done on my life and on my soul and on my spirit.
Mhm.
He said, you are not going to get here.
Yeah.
Some bow
That's
to
right.
bail.
Mhm.
Yes. How you doing
Yep.
today, Brandon?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a lot going on as usual, but you know, good and bad. It's the flow of life, and we're in a retrograde right now. So,
Oh, we are in a
Yeah.
retrograde. Listen,
Yeah.
I don't even care. It's my day. We're gonna have fun on this day.
okay, that's
Wrong. We're gonna have fun.
exactly.
We're gonna have fun.
But yeah, it was. I'm actually getting myself ready for a gig tonight. I'm doing a cabaret thing tonight, actually, for the first time. So
Wow,
getting.
congratulations. Are you dancing?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I
Dancing
am.
and singing because it's cabaret.
Yeah.
Wow.
Getting together and just So I'm excited.
Wow. Well, you know, we don't tell where you're going because you got to be careful.
Mhm.
But see more people coming.
Yes.
No, but I was gonna say I know that you're in New York, so
Yeah. But I'm
you're
I'll
in
be.
New York. Congratulations on getting that gig.
Thank you.
Yes,
It's
congrats.
Hello, cute self. We're gonna get out there in cabaret.
working on a lot of different things.
But you're a
Podcast.
Libra too, so we've got that art in us.
Exactly. Yes. Very
Yeah.
much. Is in a couple days.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
ready? You excited?
I'm excited. Yeah.
I know you're turning 23 and I'm 40. I'm old. I know you're turning 23.
At
And
all.
I'm turning 40. You know, you little
Okay.
whippersnapper, little whippersnapper.
I wish.
Look at our war angel here. Hey, baby.
How you doing, love?
Pretty good. Are you ready to have some fun?
I sure is. I got my salsa and my lemon.
Oh yeah. Well, don't worry. I brought the cake. They're actually strawberry. It looks white on camera, but I don't know why. But they're strawberry. They're gourmet. They have these little like cake balls on the outsides of the cupcake.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah. Oh, honey, I had one last night. I had one last night. So yeah, people are coming.
Mhm.
They're coming. They're trying. Listen. I sent out a lot. So and then people are their lives.
Yeah. So
What they doing? So what you drinking on over there, War Angel? See more people coming. Ricky, here come Ricky, the ballet dancer. Lord.
I'm keeping it holy. I
Lemonade.
I got my buble and some lemon juice.
Oh, buble. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. And I got iced tea.
Yeah, I see. I'm the only. Listen to this. Oh, this is a bad day. I'm the only girl showed up with no drink.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You gotta grab
I
It's
ain't
your
some.
need it.
birthday. You gotta have the
I ain't
drink.
need it. I guess. Well, I don't drink
I
it.
got blood.
It would have been water anyway. Ricky!
All right.
What else, beautiful?
Hi, this is Ricky, everyone. He's a classically trained ballet dancer and performer, gracing us with his presence.
Hi.
You know, he goes by Ricky, and we are
What's
all
up,
his
beautiful,
fools.
beautiful?
How are you? Congratulations on your publication in the fashion magazines. I just saw that.
Thank you, gorgeous. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
listen.
you
Yes.
look amazing.
Thank you. We put my grandmother and I, we blew these up today for the balloon wall.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited though. So yeah,
It's pretty.
we're just talking. I was just talking and telling everybody, Ricky, it's been a journey for me just to get this far. But I was saying that, you know, it really is hard to trust someone you can't see. Here come more people. It really is hard to trust somebody you can't see. And when God tells you that I've got your life and that it is gonna be great and you gotta trust me, but there's still turbulence, you like, I don't trust you. Like, I gotta do this myself. You snatch it out of his hands and then make a mess of it. And then he's like, you gotta trust me. You're like, but wait a minute, we think that trusting him means we're not gonna experience pain. But pain is necessary to grow. Whenever you want your roses to grow, you trim them. That means you actually cut them, you shear them, you snip them, your plants so that they.
And in order to shine your light, you gotta blaze like the phoenix that you are.
Yes,
that's right.
Thank you.
That's
Years
my
later,
motto. That's my logo.
yeah, right. The phoenix. Yes. Hey, I'm a phoenix that knows a whole lot of phoenixes.
Yeah.
Whole lot. Everybody in here. Everybody in here. More people coming. We got Zoda Motor Scooter coming. Yeah, we know her from TikTok. Yeah, Zoda Motor Scooter's coming, honey. She called me when I said,
All right.
She called me. I was still in my stage where I didn't cut my hair for the whole month. I didn't cut my hair for the whole month because I wasn't filming. I didn't cut because I was supposed to take vacation to go to New York to be in that relationship and be with my boyfriend. But that ended because God saw fit. And I just didn't cut my hair. So I did it last night. And I'm just like, I said, okay, God, I'm cutting off. I said, all that stress from that relationship, as you know, with that hair, and I done cut it all off. I said, all right, we grooming and had to get myself pretty again. And it was so funny because after I was done the grooming, I said to myself, I will never let myself go this long ever again. I was like, I had man hairs everywhere. I was like, what in the world is going on? I was like, oh, we cannot do this. Child, them hairs was tough. They was fighting me. I said, Lord, I'm so used to laser hair removal, but I haven't gotten it in a long time. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back to laser hair removal because.
So what did you do for like breakfast or lunch today?
What you say, baby? What you say, baby?
What did you do for like breakfast or lunch? How did you treat yourself today?
Okay, so get this. What I did, I was explaining earlier. What I did, this whole day has been tiring because what I did was I slept last night and then I woke up because I was posting at midnight and I had to post all the guys that sent me birthday videos. So I was doing that all yesterday until like 2 o'clock this morning. So I still got Max Connors. I got to post Max Connors. Like there's a lot of people that have sent me their videos. So I slept until noon. So maybe that's something that happens once you become a girl of a certain age. But I slept my ass until noon. My grandmother was calling me and everything. I didn't answer nothing. So what happens is I turn around, I got up at noon. So then at about 1 o'clock, I just started blowing up balloons for this wall. My grandmother and I, we started blowing up these balloons. And then we had to run into the store because we ran out. So I ran to the store. My grandmother said her happy birthday's at midnight. I'm trying to think, what did I have today? What did I eat today? Because I was in between. What did I eat? Oh, I had fruit. That was what I had. I had fruit.
Okay.
From Kevin Anazia. He said, happy birthday. Oh, people can chat. I didn't know that.
Yep.
What? More people coming in. Marciano, King, everybody. Look at this. Look at that. He said, happy birthday. So yes, my day after I blew up these balloons, I literally went right into hair and makeup. So, because that takes a while. So, all right. I don't know where Anika went, but okay. So yeah, so that I went right into this because get this, it's my day, but what am I? A content creator. A full-time content creator. I ain't running off to nobody else's job. This is my job. So I had to set this up. I had to do this the right way. So
Yes,
because I got to show snippets of this on YouTube and get the
of
views.
course.
And
We're
you're
doing
just
this for
not
the
a content
vibe.
creator.
And what you say, Ricky?
You're just not a content creator. You're the queen of content creating, honey.
Honestly, no one in the history of social media has as much content as I do. Literally.
Nope.
I have
Nope.
over 43,000 pieces of original content created.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is the thing, it doesn't stop there. It goes into books, it goes into audiobooks, it goes into, poems and cards, and there's just so much on the table.
Metaverse.
And get this morning, this is my song Stoic. I'm playing this because it went #1 in the UK. This is the one that made me a mainstream artist. That's why you keep hearing it. It's the one that everybody knows, despite everything that's going on in my life. Stoic is the one everyone knows. So what happened was last night I was talking to my son, because I have those, and made a conscious decision. I snatched all my music down off of all streaming platforms. I am now, from now on going forward, I'm going to sell my music through my website.
All right.
Yes, because this is the thing. There was a huge class action suit about them wanting to pay the artists pennies on the dollar, but charge us $20 for the subscription every month. They want to stream our music as much as possible. So I wasn't like, get this, in 7 years that my music was up, I made $800.
What?
Something's wrong. I made $800 with this music that you hear that went #1 in the UK, that made me a mainstream artist. My lawyer called me and said, "Bitch, you're a mainstream artist. The world may not know it, but this is your #1." And I'm like, what? So I only made $800 over 7 years.
Yeah, something wrong.
So my son said,
there's a lot wrong with that.
Yeah, my son is a singer. Well, Nicki Minaj was in the class action suit. They were all going to court. Taylor Swift was spearheading it to get that out there. So get this, not a lot of artists own their masters. I own my masters. All of this is me. So my son is also a very talented musician himself. So he was like, Mom, he was like, $800. If you take and put all your music on your website, he was like, not only does that make the Queen of Shade website your hub where they can find you, but you can sell every song for $2 and make a killing.
Maybe you're killing.
Yes. He was right. So I snatched everything down. I was like, you know what? New decade, new rules. I'm not They only gonna be able to find me on social media, but if they want music and merch and stuff like that, they gotta come to thequeenofshade.com. It is about It is about ownership. It is not about being a part of. It is it's about setting up your own, because get it, especially as Black creatives. Everybody in here is. It don't matter if you work in healthcare. Black creatives, we get used.
Absolutely.
We get used.
Definitely.
Get it. They know we're the hardest working on the planet. They know this. We work hard for them. And then they decide what dollarly wage an hour they're going to give us, knowing that our counterparts are making 3.5 times that. And they know we're going to kill ourselves. They know we're going to kill ourselves to work for them, for that check, so that we can have that stability and that consistency. So I said, you know what? Thanks to my grandmother, 7 years ago, I became a full-time content creator, and I'm not looking back. And that means, like, literally, it makes no sense. When I started mentoring. I made more money mentoring than I did from my music.
See, that part.
But I said something's wrong. I have to say hello to Marciano. Marciano, I see you down there sipping and tipping, baby.
Happy birthday, boo.
Hi, welcome.
How are you?
Hi, baby, you finally made it in.
Yes,
I
was trying to my camera.
You look good, baby. Listen, I'm the only one that's got to have it right. I'm on prime time, honey. I'm the performer. I'm the only one. You can chill out. I'm the only one. This hair got to be right. This dress got to be right. I glistened up this body. I'm the only one. You ain't got to worry about that, honey. I will take over the show for you. You don't even have to worry. No, but
Please.
that's what I was saying. I was listening online. One of my guys who I interviewed, his name is Filet. He's a Hollywood producer, director, producer, film artist, film star, filmmaker. So he did a summit and he was talking about, what they don't see now in Hollywood is Black ownership. There's loads of Black talent, but Black ownership. Studios that are Black owned. They don't want that. But yet it's still, we work so hard, if not harder than our counterparts to do what we do. I haven't had a vacation since I started the Queen of Shade 7 years ago. Vacation for what? I had to keep going. It had to grow, and all of you have been present. So you've seen the journey. You saw the hats with no makeup and sunglasses and the evolution to get here. But I am so grateful for that evolution because I was allowed to take my time.
Yes.
It wasn't someone else making me up and saying, you got to look this way, because that causes problems. When an artist has to live into an image that is not themselves, it's a lie. And eventually they can't live up to that image anymore. That's why they want to kill that image as much as they can. Our artists have that rebel stage where they want to sabotage and kill the image that has been created. It's because it's not them. I was blessed to grow into who I am and the image actually be me. It's actually me. So here goes Zoda Motor Scooter. I told you she was coming. Zoda Motor Scooter is about to enter the damn party. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Zora.
Hello, dear. Happy birthday to you, sugar.
Yeah.
We know her for her uplifting motivational post on TikTok, Instagram, the world. And we know her for her iconic line. What's your iconic line?
That's the post.
Yes, it is. I'm just over here celebrating, Zoe. We just catching everybody up, just talking about life and Black artists and ownership and how visibility is not enough. Ownership needs to be the objective.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was just telling them that, I just took all my music down off of all streaming platforms. I'm only going to offer it through my website because they want to charge, they want to take in, only pay the artist pennies on the dollar to stream your music, but everybody that has the streaming service is paying $19.99 a month. It's not fair. It's not right. So if I sell my songs for $2 a song on my website through my website, I'll do well. So that's what we were talking about, and it led into ownership. This one's playing over and over and over because this is the #1 for me. This was the one, despite all the other music I have. This is the one that made me mainstream, called Stoic. It went #1 in the UK. And they did oh my God, they did a beautiful expose on me. It was a huge paper, like the newspaper. I kept it. I was like, and I'll never forget my grandmother looking at me. And get this, Stoic went #1 in 2018. Yeah, when the album released, it went #1. And I was like, well, I didn't understand any of that because a lot of times when we as artists get into the industry, the reason why they crush us and destroy us is because they withhold information that we need so that we can do what they did and do it better. So a lot of my life has been studying. I've been reading. I've been talking to lawyers, entertainment lawyers. I spend my days not just being cute for this camera. What's new? Tell me what's new. What is this? What's the going rate? What's going on? So that our careers, so I can, stay kind of relative and relevant and on the curve, So it's just, oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna change the song now because I really do have other songs. There we go. This one's called Until You Have My Heart. And what's so crazy? I was also talking about it earlier. I wait till I'm 39 years old to have my first boyfriend, but I wrote all of my heartbreak music years ago before I ever had a boyfriend. Now it all makes sense to me. Everybody else loved it. But now I'm listening and I'm like, I had a boyfriend and let me tell you what he did to me. He made me love him. He made me trust him. Listen to this. And then he broke my heart. Why did I ever love him? I wrote that in 2018. I ain't have not there a boyfriend then. So can we just give props for the prophetic anointing in my life? Can we just
Yeah.
prophetic
Oh,
anointing.
yeah.
Can we talk about how
That's
strong
right.
my shaman game
Yeah.
is? Can we talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that? Jesus Christ,
Mhm.
2018 is 2022.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's
Came
crazy.
through.
And in this song, I'm telling my next one, but there will be no more. I can't do it. I'm a star. I can't do it no more. No more. I can't. I can't. We'll get to that in a second. But I'm telling the new guy, be patient with me because I'm trying to get over what the last guy did. I'm like, but get this. There ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. I don't want a boyfriend no more. I'm staying true to myself. I like lots of boys. I'm gonna have lots of boys on many different continents.
I'm having lots of
Different continents. I prefer melanin. But if you are how should we say? If you are a beautiful Russian or Frenchman, you might get an hour. Because you know it ain't all night with me. It ain't all night. I'm old. I can say that now. I'm old.
Don't get old, baby. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm 42. Don't get old, get experience.
Right? Listen, it don't take that long. I can do 3 in an hour. I can do 4 in an hour. Look at those. Look at those. Look at those. You know, listen, the Queen of Shade is about content. I'm assembly line, baby. Why shouldn't it be it should be that way through every single area of my life. Assembly line. Next. Thank you for your deposit. Next.
That's too much dick for me.
Well, you see, it's easy for me though because see, I'm a blouse, so I don't have mileage on my ass because my ass is not what I use. You know, I can dip in some water real quick, you know, knock that thing off and go on to the next one. So no. We can do christenings and baptisms and sprinkle you with holy water.
Snap back. Come back on you. This grabs your back.
Oh, please. No. But you know, what's so crazy is, I was saying earlier, August 9th, I'm still celibate. I've been celibate 10 years. 10 years. So great.
Well, honey, you're not missing anything.
Child, I really am not. I'm not.
You really aren't. You aren't.
Well, you know what I do miss? The expression on their faces.
Now that's
because I'm such a surprise-worthy girl. Like I know tricks. So it's like, you know, like I miss that element of surprise because I like to look at you. Missionary is my favorite because I like to look at you to be able to see what's going on in the processes of your mind. You can't hide from me. So when I get that, I'm like, oh yeah. People in here blushing. All of y'all, look, I must be bringing back memories. Oh, so I'm the only celibate one in this room. Oh, I see how it is. We turning on the queen. Okay, we turning on the queen. It's anarchy in here. Oh, all right. I see how this is going.
I broke mine.
All quiet. All of y'all got quiet like, Lord have mercy.
I accidentally got caught up this year. So.
Going.
No, but truly, like it has been, I was saying earlier, it has been quite a time. And I really, all jokes aside, I was saying earlier, I have to, like, if thanks need be given to anyone, it's God. It's God. Because like I was saying earlier, you know, I was a part of a plan that many times I didn't know what was going on. It was blindly, you know, I had to blindly follow. And I was talking about how hard it is to follow someone you can't see. You know, we can see each other, you know, we get life from each other without the possibility of parole. And, you know, those things happen because we can see you, you know, we can see how far we can throw you and all of those other things. With God, it's so infinite, and you have to, you're trusting the great unknown, the great beyond, the world, the space out there. And it's like, are you really going to help me? Like, are you really going to do for me? And then you find out like, yeah, I'm going to do for you. But like I said earlier, there's some pain attached. There's some pain. And like I was saying, when you prune a rose bush or a tree or plants, there's some cutting that has to happen. There's some cutting that has to go. Everybody wants success without any damage or pain. And one thing that I've learned, even building this brand and myself at the same time, is that, oh, honey, you're going to bleed. Yeah. What I've learned is that God does not give mock tests. He doesn't give mock tests. They're not fake. There's not, nobody's going to come out from the throws or behind the tree and say you're being punked.
All right.
It means when he gives that test, it's the real thing. And and you have to experience every gambit and every emotion of it, because how can you tell someone else, I've been through that and I know how that'll end up, and this is how I can help you. I find that I'm so successful as the Queen of Shade and the Queen of Shade brand is because I've been through so much. I've literally been, it was almost like God saying, okay, the hand of God is on your life, you're chosen. And then immediately after finding that out, he just kicked my ass, just started beating my ass. Like literally just started whipping my ass. Like, no, like literally. And that's the thing, when, we see the blacksmith and we see the iron workers and they hitting that iron and they're hitting it while it's hot and it's red and they shaping it and molding it into what they want it to be. That's exactly what happens to us. And our tears don't get him to stop. We don't get, trust me, I tried it. I tried many times. I need a break. I just need a moment. No, honey, there is no moment in this, because I have a set time that you need to arrive. So you just got to take this. There is no anesthesia. It really can be that way. It really can be that way. And I mean to place it that way, because that's the first thing I tell even my mentees is that, sweetie, you are in this. I ask them, are you in it for the long haul? Because literally, you're about to have the hardest time of your life. But if you can survive it, and trust me, I almost didn't either. I was like, there were many times I was getting ready to get in my bed and take all my medication. There was many times I was like, Lord, I can't do this no more. So there are many times you feel like that. But I had those times so that God could help me take myself and walk through it, so that I can do what I did last night for one of my babies when he said, Mommy, I feel like committing suicide. And I said, really? I said, okay. And I just started talking. I started talking about life. And I used something that happened to me. I drew on because he was very serious. He was very serious. It wasn't a mock test. He wasn't punking me for emotion and affection and attention. So I said to him, I said, listen, when I was going to do that years ago, I went into my friend's bathroom and I had the razors and everything, and I was going to slit them and get in the tub. And I mean, this was a house full of people there. That's how people don't understand when you are going through it. You really don't even know who's around you. You don't care because you're just so hurt and so damaged. That I went in that bathroom, ran that water and put the bubbles in there and grabbed the razors. And right as I picked up the razor, my girlfriend knocked on the door. She said, baby, can I talk to you? And me, I got my towel and I'm good for, I can give you happy. No, it ain't always happy. So I smiled at her and I said, yeah, girl, what's up? She said, I need you to step out of the bathroom. I said, oh, okay. She said, can you meet me in my room? So I went, put my pants back on, and I go to sit on the bed, and I'm like, what's wrong? She looks at me, and I think this was 2006. She looks at me and she said, sweetie, don't do it. She said, don't do it. Now, mind you, her little kids is running around. I wouldn't even think about the babies to see that. Horrible state of mind. And she said, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. She said, you're going to free yourself. She said, you're going to free yourself from the pain and the misery of this life. That will be the only thing that you accomplish. She said, but as you are floating from this world into the next, she said, you are going to look down the line of time and see everything that you forfeited. the fact that you actually did make it, the fact that it actually turned out better, the fact that you actually became who you always dreamt that you would become. And she said you wouldn't be able to partake of it because you yourself would have been the instrument used to take you out of here. And I thought about that thing. And one thing about a Libra, I don't know about anybody else, people typing to us. I have to go, but let me explain some. Oh, that was Zora. She said, I have to go, but she's explaining some things. But literally, in that moment, my curiosity was piqued. I literally said, and that was 2006. Now, mind you, I've been struggling, still struggling. Put it in the shade, put this brand up, get this brand where it's supposed to go. But in 2006, my curiosity said, I wonder if I actually make it one day. What if I actually make it?
Yeah.
What if I actually become what I dreamt about? What if I actually achieve the monumental success that I know I deserve and am willing to work for? And from 2006 till now, that's what's kept me alive. Because I have to say this, unfortunately, I'm Black. And Black people, some nosy summers. I had to know. I had to know. That's the only thing that kept me here. It's the only thing. I was suicidal 4 years ago, suicidal. Things weren't going right. I said to myself, but what if I make it? All hell breaking loose. People in Hollywood that are so threatened by this brand that I have built on my own with my grandmother, so threatened at its potential and its power, they've tried to take me out. And it's like, what if I actually make it? Because they wouldn't be bothering me if I was a nobody. They wouldn't be bothering me if I wasn't a threat. They wouldn't be bothering me. Literally, I had a hater in Hollywood, literally put 16 years into trying to stop me from becoming who I am. And get this, not just that, points of sale, links wouldn't work, trying to get my customers to get to the dollar amount, the bottom line. They would tamper with those things. So it was hard for me to make money. Leaked my album when it came out, leaked my album. All kinds of stuff happened. I said, wow, they really don't like me. And my grandmother said, it's not about like, they're afraid of you because they know that you're the real, genuine article. And that when you rise and all the eyes are on you, baby, there will be no room for phony people ever again. So I understand. Their window is closing. What were you saying, baby?
I was just saying, come on, somebody. You better speak the truth.
Because it is just that. It is just that in a world where we could all win because we can all be ourselves.
Yes.
So many people lose that. We can all win because we're being ourselves. There is no one like us anywhere. You mean to tell me we had to wait till Beyonce released a new album to tell everybody no one else can think and be like me? Right. I'm one of one. You mean to tell me we had to wait? Thank God it came, but we had to wait all this time to be told we're one of one? And she did it because she like, okay, now my people acting foolish. They need to know. They need to, like, we need to know. Like we need to know. So then she's like, and how do you get a message across? She said it to music. You said it to music. If you really want to look at all the commercials, look at all the jingles. You want to get something across to your audience? Set it to music. If you set it to music, its retention is so much higher than just speaking. All kinds of things start happening. We all know about the dopamine that people pour. I pour dopamine into my music. That's why I change so many keys and different, because I want the brain to do different things while listening, to provide that escape and that experience so that you don't have to go get cocaine, so that you don't have to go get Tina, crystal meth. You know, you can listen and get the same experience that you can get from sex, because trust me, I got it there too years ago. But, you know, put it like that, like it's intentional. It's intentional. We can all be who we need to be. And there is room for all of us. My war angel over here, he made his video for me. And he said something in his video. And I kind of, and this is funny that I'm remembering this right now. But he said something in this video and it made me kind of go, because he said, I'm not near the talent that you have. And I looked and I said, but you don't have to be. Nobody's calling you to be that. You know, he was praising me, yes. But at the same time, we shouldn't use statements like that. We shouldn't use statements like that.
Be impeccable with
statements like that mean that there's a comparison. And there should be no comparisons to anyone, to anything. I don't compare myself to anything or anyone. No, like you'll never hear me do it. You'll never hear me do it. And there are amazing, amazing people that I have drawn inspiration from. You know, there have been some singers, some actresses, some models I have taken inspiration from. But once I gathered my inspiration and it started going through the mechanism that is me, I started making things my own. I started processing it and fashioning it. And being inspired by those people was great. But then it became a new thing. It became me. You know, nobody has the right to sing high, only exclusively. One person doesn't own the right to sing high. One person doesn't own the right to sing low. One person doesn't own the right to wear long hair. One person doesn't own the right to wear short hair, wear makeup, wear glasses. You know, like nobody owns those things. Why? It's a reason why. Because you can't. It's the world. It's how the world is. There are certain things that you can't patent. You can't copyright an idea. You can't copyright an idea. Now, you can make something from your idea and get some real intellectual property that stems from your idea, but you can't copyright an idea. Why? Because it's not tangible. They don't care about it until it's tangible. And we are the same way. You can be inspired by so many people, but until you put it through here and you actually become something and create something that is tangible, it's just inspiration. And you can draw that from anywhere. I love Whitney. I love Mariah. I love Toni Braxton. I love Donna Summer. I love Barbara Streisand. I love India Arie. I love Layla Hathaway. I love Beyonce. I love Kelly Rowland, Michelle Williams. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Carrie Hilson. I love Dondria. Like, I love them all, but I don't sing like any of them. We may be able to hit the same notes, but we don't hit the same notes the same way. That's the beauty of individuality. No, do you understand what? And the reason I have a point, because the industry itself says, oh, there's only one of these. And then everybody else that comes after him, oh, you're like a modern day this person. You're like a modern day that person. Oh, you remind me of this one. You give me this vibes. Do you know why they do that? I can tell this industry secret. They do that because the person that they're telling you about, they either own the masters and the music to that person. So if I can create a whole bunch of people and create press around believing that you sound like this person, I'm only going to boost the sales of the original person. Because the world doesn't like copycats. The world goes to the source. The world goes to the original. So every time someone says, oh, you're like a modern day Kelly Rowland, honey, the world is going to go to Kelly Rowland.
Absolutely.
And you may not ever get out of that mold. You gotta be quick, because you don't want to be looked at as the next this, the next that, because you will only do, from a professional career standpoint, everything that they do. Everything that they do. And we can't live that way. That's why I walked away from the mainstream music industry. Said I'll be indie, because I knew I could sing. I said, baby, and it's not even just about the voice. I can write. That has always been my gift. Above singing, writing is my gift. I am vicious with a pen. So yeah, oh, you remind me of this person, or you, like, literally, I remember when my A&R, and I can share this, I'm 40. My A&R, I was young then, it was 2007. My A&R was for a certain, I don't want to say their name, a certain really large musical label. even to craft my sound. And this is another thing. I wasn't even into my sound yet. I was singing tenor. I sang tenor most of my life because that was in church. That was what was expected. You're a boy, you sing tenor. Nobody knew I was a mezzo soprano. I hid that. I hid my ability. So anyway, certain A&R, even when he went to craft my sound, he literally said to me, name your 5 favorite artists. And I was like, and I went weird with it. I said Donna Summer. I said India Arie. I said Barbara Streisand. I said David Bowie. And I said Anita Baker. And then he said, from all 5 of their voices, we're going to craft your sound. But would that have really been my sound? No. I remember I'm singing tenor. I was in Brooklyn at this time recording at one of his studios. And I remember he had me singing a cover. It was a cover. Somebody singing background vocals for some song that was already out in the label. A lot of our gifted Black singers are songwriters and backup singers today. It's just what they are. That's where the money is. I look at some like beautiful voices like Avery Wilson. Avery does backup and he has his own career, but I see music come out from him at strategic times. It's like the label says, okay, we'll give you a chance now. Or you got to prove yourself. And it's like, with a voice like that, I got to prove myself. With a voice like that? No. But a lot of us, they use us for background singers. And Whitney Houston was a background singer. Mariah Carey, background. Kelly Price, background. Lisa Fisher, background. Then they come out and give us How Can I Ease the Pain? And, Whitney, Run to You, and all of these, I Will Always Love You. And Kelly Price, Soul of a Woman. Mirror, Mirror. Mariah, My All. They come out and they do these things. But look at what the industry does. Oh, we've got to humble you first. We don't want you to think that you're that good. Because if you think you're that good, you'll demand more money from us. You'll want more from us. Oh, pay me what I'm I'm that girl now. Pay me what I'm worth. I recently started adopting the hashtag $1 billion voice because I watched, and this is the thing, I do real research in my daily life, especially with music and demographic and study. And I look at all the artists that are out even now. And I look at some big names, Jennifer Lopez, I look at Barbara Streisand, I look at all the others. And I look at their careers. And then I go look at net worths. Now, mind you, billions of dollars were made off of them. Billions. Because you have to know something. If a record label offers you $1 million, they're going to make 100 million off of you. They are not even going to offer you 10% of what you're worth. They're not going to do that. They don't do that. Never will they do that. There has never been an artist that got that kind of deal. And then when they got out here and became famous, they could command a $36 million sign-on bonus. But the bonus is cute. Yeah, that's cute. 36 million, yeah, that's cute. They gave it to Janet one year, that was cute. But what about all that money from songwriting and artistry and the actual sale of the song? See, being 40, my strategy is this. If I keep it all under my ownership, if I ain't got to pay for all these expensive things and all this expensive that, and I subcontract my own labor, I will make so much more money than I've ever dreamed of. And see, I'm crazy enough to believe that because I look at these networks, these people have been, and get it, these careers have spanned 30 years and their net worth, it's all about the same. 350 million, 400 million, 475 million, 138 million. And it's like, okay, you do realize that was with a percentage. So what did you make as a whole? The whole, like literally, what did you, I remember there was a very famous commentator and he said, he was talking about basketball players. And he said, what they were doing back in the day was they would offer you, $10 million to, put your name on a shoe and be the face of a shoe, sneaker or something. And he said, what they do is they turn around and they tell you, you know, if you sell well the first year, we'll revisit the sale and, you know, maybe we'll up your price or whatever. But he said, what you don't realize is that they made $100 million the first time they brought the sale of their music, of your shoe out. They made $100 million. But they telling you that in the next year, if you sold well, then we'll look and see if we can double your money. So $20 million out of $100 million. 20 million out of 100 million. I don't like those odds. You got a lot of black people that say, well, 20 million is still 20 million. That's better than nothing. That gets me out of the hood, but it's still not what you're worth. It's not what you're worth. And if you're not being paid what you're worth, do they really respect you? Or do they just think this is a whore we can use whenever we want to? Chameleonaire, he said his label, he did an audit. His label withheld or hid $600,000 from him. And then he said how he got out of his record deal. He said, I'm going to teach other artists to do audits. And the label let him go so that he didn't teach other artists how to do audits with their accountants to find hidden money. I tell you, something. Hold on. That one. I tell you, in my 40 years, I have truly learned that we have to believe in ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to cherish ourselves. We have to, like, literally, when no one believes in us, we must believe in ourselves. When it looks like we're going to lose, when it looks like we're going to fail. There were years I didn't think this brand was going to look like this. I didn't even know. Like, literally, this even to me is a shock because I thought I had vision. I didn't have vision for this. And the crazy thing is now everybody's calling, oh, come do this and oh, come do that. And I'm like, what you paying? And what's the ownership look like? Because see, I'm not going to be a part of your movie. No. I'm not going to, and you pay me a one-time fee or maybe some residual. No. What's ownership look like? If I'm in this, I need to eat from this for the rest of my life.
And it's so funny that you mentioned that because I recently did my second project.
Yes. And he made movies.
And I even offered people, I was like, you don't just have to be an actor. You can also invest and be a part of this,
Forget it. You said the magic word. They don't do. They don't invest in themselves.
They were too afraid to invest into themselves. And then when things started happening, oh my gosh. I'm like, well, you missed the opportunity. You can't.
The opportunity.
Crazy.
Do you notice that a lot of our Blacks that have been in the industry for a long time, if you see, nobody pays attention to the credits. I pay attention to credits. You turn around and you see, like when Braxton Family Values came out, the show on WeTV with Toni Braxton and her sisters and her family. It started off, you see a whole bunch of names you don't know. A couple seasons in, what do you see? Executive producer, Toni Braxton. Executive producer, Tamar Braxton. Executive producer. They put their money in because you get more out of it. You get more out of it. So as a matter of fact, I'm glad I forgot that you make movies. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, that's kind of like what you're saying. Within my 40 years, I just started realizing, I need to really do a lot more for myself. I kind of started reflecting on how many years I've been on this planet and what I've been benefiting, what I've been getting out of it, and what I'm leaving behind as in the process. So I was like, you know what? Instead of me, like you were saying earlier, I got tired of people saying you're going to be the next Tyler Perry. No, I don't want to be the next Tyler Perry. I'm going to be the next Tyler Perry. I want to be Matthew. I'm the war angel. I'm building a brand. So I'm not trying to replicate what he's created. I love him to death. And I do understand we have a lot of similarities, especially with the relatives, people I call family.
Get this. It's so crazy how they say similarity. Similarity, you know what that truly means in Hollywood? You're Black like he's Black.
Well, no, I'm saying his story. I started listening to his story things he's been through. I'm like, okay, yeah, I've been through that
But
myself.
look at what you're saying.
Relate.
But
to,
look at what you're saying. Isn't that the Black experience?
It is, but I just was saying to these people, you know, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the next Tyler Perry, although him and I have been through some of the same things. Yes, I've slept in the car. I've lived in my I've been through all of that. I've been through a few things that he's been through, but I'm not trying to become the next him. Just was saying earlier, you know, and it's true. Yeah, certain things I was saying as far as like just on the jokey side, but I also, you just reminded me, even joking, you still have to be careful, because that's one thing I've been attentive of within my 40 years. Be careful what you speak.
Yeah.
Because there's power in the tongue.
Yeah.
You know, as I started creating these projects, I want to bring awareness. I want to bring attention to a lot of things. And I'm excited as today, I was doing some editing today.
Yeah.
As I create the pilot to put in the film festival circuit.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. Really amazing how, you know, being on this planet a certain amount of years, you start coming to a realization of so many things and just creating things yourself. You know, that was something else. Like my partner who was here, I told he couldn't get on camera because he didn't have the waiver.
Yeah. I know. Queen is serious about her waiver.
Absolutely.
We should have made him a copy.
Well, he it was kind of a last minute thing because
it was. I ain't gonna lie, that was me. I was slipping up last minute, like.
No, it's for him because he wasn't gonna come over today. It was so happened when he did come by, it was a place across the street renting an office space, and he wanted to look at the office space.
Yeah.
He's trying to expand his business as well.
Yeah. But you know what? Look at what you're saying. Expand your business. See, this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand. I'm looking at all these people in this room right now, and even the ones that have left, we're all entrepreneurs and Black. Do you notice that? We all are trying to, like, I had to realize in the process that, you know, what I'm doing is not, and what we're all doing is not some glamorous rise to fame. Listen, contrary to popular belief, you cannot become famous for nothing. There has to be a machine behind you. It has to. Like, literally, you have people that say, oh, well, she became famous from her sex tape. Well, sweetie, her sex tape, but she owned so many stores and malls, the family. You know, like they were working people. Her daddy was a lawyer in, hi, baby. Her daddy was a lawyer in Hollywood. Like, come on. Like, you know what I'm noticing? But what I'm noticing is that the expansion of the business, you know, it's kind of frowned upon. Oh, well, why are you going to take and do all of that? You could just pay somebody to do that. You could just do this. You could, that's my gorgeous assistant down there. He's more than that. He's a child actor and child star model. Hi, baby.
Happy birthday.
Look at you. You look gorgeous.
Just going for a walk in the country like we do.
You look so beautiful.
You look beautiful. Happy birthday. Keep going. Sorry.
I said keep going. Look, he's like, look, keep going. No, but really, like, I had to let go of the Hollywood version of my career because it meant something to me to one day have the possibility to win a Grammy. You know, it meant something to me to possibly do Broadway and win a Tony. Like, it meant something to me because it's such a prestigious thing to do. And then I realized, sweetie, do you know how many actors there are that are absolutely amazing, that are doing amazing work right now who have never won a Tony, never won a Grammy, never won an Oscar, and never will? But they are respected and they're paid what they're worth. They're paid what they're worth. I saw a clip of Viola Davis. She was saying, like, if you're telling me that I have a career complimentary to Meryl Streep, you're calling me on the phone behind closed doors, the Black Meryl Streep, then pay me what I'm worth.
And it's funny you mentioned earlier too, how you were saying people in Hollywood were saying how they're making you go through all of this to try to humble you.
Yes.
The thing is, if you are going through all of these things as you're building yourself, shouldn't that humble you? Because you know what you had to go through. I mean, so
exactly.
In truth, you're really just telling me you're trying to sell me a load of bullshit
Exactly.
Feel like I need you, so you can take advantage of me. But baby, that ain't happening over here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening over here. I'm my manager. Look at what I do online. Who's gonna manage this? Me. What you talking about? Like, get it? People get upset because when for my bookings and things like that, I'm like, I give the number. Then the phone rings, and I'm like, hello, Queen of Shade, how may I help you? And they're like, oh, Queen of Shade? Yes. You called to talk to me about business. This is my phone.
Yep.
Who you thought you was gonna get? So I got to hear all the things that you don't want to say to me about me. Because if you're not careful, I'm not gonna work with you. I get to hear, you tell your agent, oh, she's difficult. Is she gonna have her ass there on time? Sweetheart, I'm always on time. I'm the one throwing the event. You know, like what people in general are missing by not being entrepreneurial is the nuts and the bolts of how something is made. Disney, Walmart, all these places got started in garages.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, and people think, and this is the thing, and shame on anyone. Look at this. Shame on you for thinking that if they got started in a garage, that you were just going to walk your talented ass into their offices and get paid millions of dollars when they did what they had to do to get there, and they were just going to kiss your ass the whole time. Shame on you for even thinking that. Shame on you for thinking you were just going to walk in and become a star. That's why they stick it to us. Because it's like, you don't even know, honey, you don't even know the nuts and the bolts of this organization. You're a talent. We hired you. You don't know nothing. You weren't in the board meeting this morning. You weren't at the board meeting. You weren't privy to that. You don't know what our numbers are doing in Denmark. You don't know nothing about that. We hired you to look cute, smile, and be pretty. Hit that note, take your ass home. And people don't get that. If you want more, you got to do more. Period. And the only way, and look at this, at being what we are, people of the diaspora, the only way for us to get more is to own it. We got to own it. Literally, I don't have not one mentee today who is an artist whom I have not, at first, because I was like, I can groom you if you're still interested in mainstream music, but can I really? If everything about me is about ownership and making sure I win on the back end, am I really your right mentor for you to go into a 360 contract with them where you only get paid X amount of this, that, and the other? They take 80% of your royalties. Like, I'm not your mentor. And I had to realize that in myself, because I am the mentor that produces and pushes the idea of ownership. Now, yes, I have had artists that come to me that are signed with major label, but they're coming to me because they're asking me, Queen, how do I get around this? How do I get out of this? How do I protect myself going forward? Trust me, I get a lot of them. I get a lot of, and it's so crazy too, because you mentioned something. You said being here in our 40s, you learn a whole lot. But get it, they want you while you're young and dumb to sign that contract, because it only takes one contract. And they got it. It only takes one contract.
Absolutely.
You might not even make it to see the second contract. It only takes the first one. And then that one decides your career and how it's going to be set up. Barbra Streisand always says that she credits her manager for helping to finagle and finesse her first deal. And her first deal, he gave her creative control. And she praised him for that. But creative control is still not ownership. And I'm going to say this, and I want it to be recorded. Love these women. I'm not these women. But get this. There's something wrong when I Google, hold on. Let me do this. Now get this. Barbra Streisand's net worth as of 2022 is $400 million. Just keep that in mind. Hold on. 400 million. Just keep that in mind. Now, let's go to somebody like the Queen. And I just want to show you something. In 2022, now look at this. In 2022, Queen B, her net worth is estimated to be between $450 million and $500 million. I have a problem. Did anybody catch the problem? Did anybody catch the issue?
That's the math.
Okay, catch the math. Barbara Streisand came out in the 60s. She's got over 60 albums out. And she's only at 400 million?
Right.
Beyonce got 8 or 9. 8 or 9 albums. And she's at 450, 500. 60 albums. Let me make sure it's 60. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Compared to Beyonce's, what, 10? Somebody make it make sense for me. Hold on, let me see. How many albums does Babs have? Okay, listen to this. Jesus Christ. 36 studio albums, 10 live albums, so that's 46 right there. Then video albums, 10. So get this, Barbara Streisand was doing video albums before Beyonce was. Did anybody catch that? 10 video albums. And then 11 compilation albums. That's damn near 60 albums. And my Babs is only at 400 million. Let's see how many albums Beyonce got. Something ain't right. The math ain't right. The math ain't right. Now let's look at her. Look at this. Beyonce has 7 studio albums, 1 soundtrack album, 5 live albums, and 3 compilations. Nowhere near what Streisand has. And Streisand make less money than her. What is wrong with that? And you know what? I brought that up for a reason. Because this is a white woman, a Jewish white woman. And you got that kind of deal? That ain't a good deal. That ain't a good deal, baby. That wasn't a good deal. That wasn't, listen, Babs goes where she want. Babs does what she want. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. The math. So tell me how a person with damn near 60 albums makes less than a person with maybe 20, 30. I just did that to show y'all. This is the kind of shit I be doing off camera. So welcome to my world off camera. Because this is the kind of shit I be doing. I be sitting looking at all of this shit like make it make sense to me and trying to figure out what in the right mind of righteousness contract did they sign. Because I'm like, what the hell is wrong? What the hell is wrong? I mentioned Avery. I would love to see Avery Wilson get the career that he deserves. But get this. This is what people say. And I hate when people say this. Oh, that artist is underrated. There is no such thing as an artist being underrated. It just means that the record label is not bankrolling them with production right now and promotion right now. That's what that means. They don't have that big budget. They're not the artist that everybody wants to spend on right now. Because you got to pay for a hit. You pay. Chameleonaire said it. He said, this stuff is real. I had to pay. He said he had to pay a lot of money to get his albums to #1, to get on Billboard, to do all of that. You got to pay for that. But anyway, I could do all of that another time. So how about this? I'm lighting these candles on these cupcakes right now because I'm not a queen that wants to be here all night.
Send me one of them cakes now. Send it through the...
They're gourmet cupcakes. They are gourmet cupcakes with little cake balls all on the sides of them. Hold on. So I'm going to take my little happy ass with all my ownership and all my masters right over to Europe. And people going to buy my music directly from me for $2 a song. And we're going to see over the next 10 years how I do. And with that, We're not gonna sing happy birthday. Because happy birthday song, see, I do my research. Happy birthday is on, which means if I can't post this, if we sing happy birthday. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut the music and I'm going to say my wish out loud. Hold on, one of my candles went out. See, look at this. I'm going to say my wish out loud. And then I'm going to blow these candles out. And then y'all can all say something before we go. But making it to 40 years. It hasn't been easy. A lot of people laughed at me for the way I thought. A lot of people said I was crazy for the way I thought. But the way that I thought proved to be the way that I needed to think to be who I am. So, my blessing and wish for the next 40 years of my life is that I make all the money that I know I deserve. That I make it all so that I can do the wonderful things in the world that I want to do. Because everything in this world is money. And I'm sick and tired of us as Black artists, Black creatives, Black inventors, Black patent owners having issues with money because it tends to stop all of our creativity. So my birthday wish is that not only me, but all of us as entrepreneurs trip over gold mines. Trip over gold mines, honey, and raw diamond mines as well. Because literally, we need that. Ownership is key and ownership is expensive. But the secret to it all is if you actually build something tangible, the funding will come because you will have a product or a service or both, like me. And once you have a product or a service, you can offer it to the consumer. That's the only way I know to get to $1 billion is to sell a product or a service. I am an entrepreneur. And that is my wish for all of us. So here we go. Yeah. Cupcakes are amazing. They're gourmet. I can't wait to have one. But literally, I want to thank all of you for spending time with me because guess what I'm going to do after this? A bitch is old. And it's not just because she's 40. I'm going to pull this wig off, wash this face, and I'm getting in my bed. And I do not want to be bothered until next Tuesday. Sydney, you can bother me.
Okay. Like I'm still gonna text you.
Yes. But I guess if you guys each want to take turns and say something, you can, because I mean we are gonna close. Okay, so I guess Marciano, you were the most quiet of the night. You can start us off.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, we can all hear you.
Awesome. I just want to say I am the quiet one, but I have really changed after our first interview. Yeah. But I do want to say that I have been following you for some years. And you are such a beautiful person inside and out. Your smile. I love the way when you end your message, you just say, bitch. You know, I can't say it like you. But that used to be my thing, first thing in the morning when I look at myself in the mirror, you know? So I'm taking that from this. But and just putting all of us together, just learning about the industry. Like you might have a future person that's trying to get into the industry. Now you have broken it down, you know, gave some light to what's really going on and what Matthew said as well. Just giving us light. Like, hey, if I go into an interview or if I'm trying to get into production, this is what I want. This is my value. This is what I can give you. Yeah. So thank you. And I wish you many more blessings.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I do have your birthday card. So yeah.
Oh, you got me a birthday card. Yay! We love birthday cards and cash apps. But
Cash App.
I had to say that in this video because this video going up on YouTube, and I need them to know after you watch this video, Cash App. We love Cash App. That's
We
what
love it.
and we do. Matthew, you want to go next?
Sure. I just want to say, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, you know, I want to say it was 1998 when we first started video chatting, and I'm just your growth has been amazing. Just waking up in the mornings and you would just sing to me and just listening to you, you know, start your journey and watching where you are now. It's just, I'm just so excited for you. I mean, and I'm definitely glad that you didn't come and give into those times when you just wanted to just throw in the towel. I can relate to those moments and how you feel with the journey, you know, and I'm just glad that we've had each other to lean on in those moments, even when we didn't know that we were encouraging each other. We were encouraging each other to keep moving.
Yeah.
And I just wish you so many more years to just be a blessing on this planet, to continue to inspire people, to continue to just be that light that we need. And I just love you so much.
I love you too.
Okay.
All right, Anika. I don't know where she went. Child, I got to talking and she said, there we go. I made it big. All right, Sydney.
My turn?
Yes, your turn, pretty boy.
I'm not gonna cry.
Don't make me. I knew you were gonna do this. Don't do this to me.
I just
We talk a lot on camera. We years, the last decade, we've been like, yeah. So. Oh my God. Oh.
I just love you.
I love you.
And I just feel lucky. I felt so cursed for so long, and I haven't understand why. And it's never been about being wrong. It's been about learning what I need to do and learning what I need to know to be able to stand when it's time. Thank you for everything. It's like I've wanted. It's like it's just starting. It's just starting to get good. I'm just glad I stuck around to see it.
I'm glad you stuck around too.
That's all.
I'm glad you stuck around too.
I'm glad you stuck around. Thanks for helping me stay.
You're welcome. You are welcome. And we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do.
Yeah, we fucking started, bitch.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean to. You went there. I was listening. I'm sorry. I was sucking them back. I'm like, I'm not gonna wait to the end of this video and ruin my eyes. No, I'm not. I'm like, no, I'm not.
We have to say, it's just, I mean, it's your birthday and we're supposed to give you gifts, but it's turning out that you are the gift to us. So
absolutely
so much.
You know, that was actually a childhood prayer. I always wanted to give more than I received because as a child, I grew up without my mother or my father. So I definitely was an abandoned child. I definitely did have abandonment issues. Neither my mother nor my father wanted me, and they discarded me. And in discarding me, look at what they threw away. So the reason why I say that is because I want you to understand something. Great talent, great spirit, great love, and great gifts are born on every single level. And they too can never come to public light. They too can never see the light of day. Literally. I know so many talented singers. I know so many talented models. I know so many talented actors. I know so many talented people, beauticians, and just all kinds of things that literally are doing their damnedest in their own corner of the world. But they deserve promotion, mass media coverage, mainstream media coverage. But the industry has always, we get to say who, we get to say who. And then what does God do? He says, okay, so y'all keeping out all the people that are really, really going to change the world. So I'm going to give you something, and it's called the wonderful gift of the internet. The internet has made more stars and singers and models and dancers and business owners than anywhere in the anyone in the world, any country, any government. The internet has literally made more icons than anyone ever has. And it's to the point now that the late greats and all the old icons are now trying to get in on this internet, because now they got to keep up with their dollars and chase their dollars. They own themselves now, because all that industry stuff ain't even there anymore. My A&R said, honey, we don't even have A&Rs in the music industry anymore. Said they got rid of that. Said, sweetie, now it's up to you to craft your sound, craft your image with you and your management. And if they don't like it, they don't invest. They don't even, it's like cutting out the liaison to even deal with you as the talent. Why? Because they don't want to deal with the talent. The talent is a dramatic diva. And they don't want that. They want to make money. They don't want to hear about your woes. They don't want to hear about you being human and, oh, your manicure didn't dry. Like they don't want to hear that. Their only concern is not really the artist. Oh, well, we can make you sound any way we want. We can make you look any way we want. They can't make this. They can't make you, Sydney. They can't make you, Marciano. They can't make you, Matthew, my war angel. They can't make us. We are unique. Like Beyonce said, she brought it to the forefront. We are all great people. And each person in this, I'm looking at the four of us right here. We're all entrepreneurs. We're all Black. And we're all men. Look at that. And they want to tell us, oh, the Black man is underappreciated. When? How about y'all appreciate the ones of us that are entrepreneurs, that are trying so hard? How about you appreciate us? You know, we paid the money for our damn LLCs. We did it. We got the copyrights and the patents and the trademark. We did it. It's crazy. But they want to say we're the last of a dying breed. I would say that the last of a dying breed is actually the old way of doing things, where you just came in and you just did your job and went home. That no longer, there's no money in that anymore. You got to come in and you got to do, listen, Barbra Streisand did have that right. She's one of my biggest inspirations. She came to work directing, acting, and doing the soundtrack. She was like, I'm gonna collect all these checks. So she earned every bit of her 400 million. But look at how skewed that is. That ain't right, y'all. That ain't right. No, her net worth should be in the billions. And get it, her gross is. It is. Well, Babs sells, but so does Beyonce. And yes, they're from two different eras. Yes, they are. Now we have to give them that. They're from two different eras. But money takes a long time to make. That type of money takes a long time to make. So I'd rather cook it up myself than take somebody else's. I'd rather do that, because at the end of the day, I don't want to Google myself, look at my net worth, and have a fucking heart attack because it's not what I know it should be. I don't think any of us wants that. And the only way to guard that, safeguard that, is to do the shit ourselves. My grandmother, I want to say this before I go, my grandmother, she told me years ago when I started, even in industry, the industry of entertainment, 20 years, she said to me, you just do it. They'll come to you. I didn't believe her. I did not believe her. Thank God that God he doesn't always, get us when we make mistakes. I did not believe her. And literally from this room, I've been in this room for 16 years. From this room, every stage of the Queen of Shade has gone out to the world. They know who I am. I'm in rooms with top actors, top singers, top government officials. And it's like, and I haven't even stepped in there, but my name is on the breeze. And not just my name, the respect. Because I don't want it easy. I'll work for it. I'll always work for it. We all will. But I want to be paid after I did my work. Yeah, that's the thing. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you for celebrating my day with me. I am going to get rid of all of you and do the final recorded video. And Lord have mercy. I just say thank you. Because you guys are a small anomaly of a world of people that absolutely adores me. But I can say I have the best representation here today. Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for being here for me to celebrate my 40th year. Thank you for being here. And he knows how, look at Sydney. Sydney now. He took his shirt off. Sydney know. He know what the Queen like.
Always off anyway.
Right. You know what the Queen like. But I'm going to say goodbye to all of you and then do a final, this is 40, this is what my life is video. But I love each and every one of you. Have amazing evenings. Thank you for spending some of your evening with me. Sydney, after I'm done my video, I will text you. Thank you so much for being here with me. Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
So did you enjoy? I hope you did. This birthday was the greatest birthday I've ever had. And I put together this celebration to celebrate me. It's the first one I've ever done, but not the last. If you want to send gifts, I accept Cash App, the Queen of Shade, all one word at Cash App. Thank you for always supporting me. Here's to many, many more years of love, light, and work from me that the divine has given my hands to do. For I am living in my purpose. I know my destiny, and I am on par to get each and everything that I've ever dreamed of and to bring all of you with me. I love you. Mwah.
I've got my black stilettos on. Don't you make me take them off. I'm assuming first position. Gonna show you I'm